Everybody wants new customers for their business, but you know what's even better than new customers? Repeat customers. If you're a creative entrepreneur, I want to teach you how to make sure you can get your customers to come back again and again and again. I call that renewal season. So whenever you hit renewal season, which could be the end of a big project, could be the end of a 6-month subscription, or maybe it's the end of the year and you're ready to start thinking about 2025. That's renewal season. And you need to go into these client meetings, these customer engagements with a strategy. That's why I'm here to teach you the Client Renewal Framework. Think of this framework as like a script or an outline for those meetings. So you go into those with a game plan. So the Client Renewal Framework has 6 boxes, 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom. The first one is wins. So when we start our meeting, we're going to talk about all the things that went super great, right? We know where our client was when they first met us, the before. We know where they are now, the after, and we're going to talk about all the great wins, right? Let's use a coaching example. So you came to me and you started working with Leadmore. You were making $15K a month in your solopreneur business, and now you're at $30K. That's a huge win. You've doubled your revenue and you're loving your business. You're not burnt out. You feel like you have your hands around the business. Everything's going great. So we're going to talk about all the wins, and we're going to put those wins on the client, not us. We're not the hero. We're just the guide helping them achieve those wins. So number 1, wins. Number 2, we're going to remind them of everything we did. So sometimes if you did a big 12-month website project or a 6-month creative subscription, it's sometimes we have recency bias. We don't remember everything we did back in January or February. So we're going to casually and kindly remind them. I'll use a Lemon.ly example here. We'd have a 10 infographic subscription that might last 6, 8, 9 months. So we're going to go back and say, hey, we created 10 infographics. We turned that into 50 pieces of micro content. We redesigned that into 3 PowerPoint decks and created a couple landing pages as well. So I want them to remind them of everything we did, and also have them think about, oh man, if we didn't have them, who would do that? I'd have to be responsible for that, or my team would be responsible for that. I need these guys in my corner. So we're going to remind them of the scope of work, the breadth of creation that we help them do. And then the third one is we're going to ask for feedback. And of course, feedback is a gift, and I encourage you to make this a 2-way street. So now we're going to say, like, looking back on these 6 months, how do you think it's gone? How could we do better? How can Leadmore better coach you moving forward? And also, I'd love to give you some feedback as well. I can be a better coach if you plan ahead for our coaching calls, if you do your homework after I send it out from the calls, right? Whatever it is, this is an opportunity to pause and get some feedback, 2-way street, to figure out how you can do better. So now if you think about it, everything on the top row, we have wins, we have the reminders, and we have feedback, is looking in the past. We're looking backwards and reflecting on the 6 months project, the 12-month website, and looking back. Now, of course, our goal is to renew the client and keep working together in the future. That's the bottom row. So our first box down here is ideas. Now, don't ever go to a renewal call or a re-engagement or a recap call without bringing new ideas to the table. So let's use another Lemon.ly example. We made these 10 infographics for you. They're awesome. We have this great series. We could put these together as a really cool video. We could animate them and it could live on your website. We're going to tell you exactly where we think you should do it, why you should do it. And guess what? We can do it. We can give you the how to. We'll do it for you. Right? So we're bringing new ideas to the table. We've been listening for the last 6 months. Where are your pain points? We have our wins, but maybe we have some opportunities, things we haven't yet won. This isn't a sales pitch. This is just getting the wheels spinning. We're bringing ideas to the table so you can think about, maybe we should keep working with these guys. And then our middle bucket here in the future is trends. Guess what? When people hire agencies or creative solopreneurs or outsource work, they kind of want you to be the subject matter expert, right? They want you to do a lot of their thinking for them, not just the creation. So embrace that role and be the trendsetter. Bring the new upcoming trends in your creative field that might be relevant to their industry. Here's an example. So in coaching, I might say, hey, I think I've been seeing a lot of other companies build these cohort community frameworks, these sort of additional ways to deliver value and increase revenue in a really profitable way. I've been seeing a lot of it. Here's some examples. I'm trying it out myself. Would you want to explore something like that? Or at Lemon.ly, we might say, like, hey, AI is now an interesting way to create more content in an effective way. We think we're seeing people, we read this article here, listen to this podcast there. So you are doing the thinking, the research, sort of the R&D on behalf of your client. And when you do that for them and bring relevant ideas, you're going to build trust, you're going to build authority, they're going to be more likely to work with you again because now they know you're thinking about them. Which then lastly, the last bucket is we're not going to end any meeting without a next step. And so I want to get a thought or at least a to-do on my list and their list of what's happening next. Would you like us to make a proposal for that new idea that we suggested? Or would you like us to go spend a week researching this new trend and then we could put it in front of you to decide if you want to work forward? Or maybe it's as simple, hey, things are going great. Let's renew that 6-month subscription. Let's swipe my card and join your group. This is how we proactively and strategically get our clients to come back again and again and again. That's what's called the renewal season, and you don't want to miss these opportunities. If you simply dust your hands and say, great project, come back to us whenever you need us, you're going to wait. You're going to be waiting for a while until they decide they need you. You need to tell them that they need you now, and it's time to renew. Renewal season will grow your business with the customers you already have, which guess what? Those are the best customers. For more ways to grow your business, smash that subscribe button below.